Ladies and gents, welcome to yet another fashion showcase with the Macho Man here trying to show you how you can make your own Doomslayer in Dauntless. Now, this obviously is gonna cost you a little bit, but we do have some alternatives for the non-premium colors. Some, not all. If you wanna look good, you gotta spend on the swagger. Get your drip on, but the Macho Man, the cream of the crop, understands that you want that Doomslayer feeling. So he's gonna present to you right now how you can make your own Doomslayer. Is my mama vacuuming? I bet she is. Sorry if you hear that. But anyway, the Macho Man is gonna show you right now how you can make your own Doomslayer in Dauntless. You ready for this? Let's go.
Okay, so I'm gonna get right into this. Show you how to do the Doomslayer. Basically, I started out with the helmet first, because if you look at what the Doomslayer looks like, so I'm actually gonna show you my little reference image here. So this is the Doomslayer, and what I wanted to recreate was I tried to get a helmet that looks roughly similar in shape, and the Torgadoros delivered. The only downside to the Torgadoros is that you can't really get this coloration of green, and I'll show you why. So with the helmet, if you want to try and get that, actually you can. You could get a green coloration going there, but it honestly doesn't look that good. So if you want to go for it, I'd say like you could go with either the brown or the gunmetal, you know, but the gunmetal also looks a bit cold. So actually, realistically, like it with the brown coloration there. Again, yeah, there are options for the green, but it just looks fucking weird and yucky. So I didn't really follow the green color scheme because it just looked odd to me. It just didn't make sense. You could go with more black to make it, give it a heavier, more authentic, angry feeling. But the brown, I think, honestly, just looks welcoming. And not too, I mean, it's really odd to consider like welcoming for the Doomslayer, but I just think it matches the rest of the outfit the best. And of course, I wanted the rest of his armor, I wanted to get the shoulder pad right, so the Charog's actually delivered, because he also goes a bit bare-armed here. Now, he looks more like a primal Doomslayer, if anything, because he's using like shreds of cloth and whatever. But yeah, this is what the Doomslayer would look like if he got thrown back in ancient times. Now you got the brown plating here, which matches this part as well, so I wanted that. And yeah, like I said, this part is all primal armor here. Armor on the arms, everything, yeah. Something like that. Something like that. You could use something different for the arms to give it more of a clawed feeling, but again, this one's up to you. Me, I just chose this because I think it looks the closest to the Doomslayer. Okay, so to explain my choices again. Number one, you start off with your lovely Igneous Peak from the Torgadoro. So Blaze Escalation level 25, you get this. Alright, color scheme, don't worry about it for now. For the chest, alright, go straight down to your Volcanic Aegis. That's the Charog stuff. That'll help you get this Doomslayer type look. Alright, Primal Doomslayer. Okay, you got thrown back through time, ancient times now. Ostian Admiral's Bracers works really well for the arm, to armor up the arms. There are other options. You could go a little spikier, things like that. But for me, at least, I think that the Ostian Admirals works the best. It gives you enough armor to look decent and looks fairly cool. Okay, then for legs, what I did was Ostian Admiral's Greaves again. The legs really don't matter, to be fair. You can just choose anything that looks roughly armored up, and it would still look decent. So, you know, as long as you're not going Robin Hood here, or too ham with that, you can choose what you like. Shadow Step to give you like steel-toed boots and stuff. But again, I like the Ostian Admiral Greaves. They give me the sharpest feeling out of all of them. Now, color scheme. In order to paint them up right, once again, you start with brown. Now, this is a premium color, ground break dye. It's the most accurate brown. All the other browns look like shit, quite literally. So, well, you could go with espresso as well. But once again, ground break dye pretty much is the right color for the Doomslayer to match up. All right, there's no other color that you can substitute for this, so you're gonna have to get this ground break dye if you really want the Doomslayer. Next is this. Now this one can be substituted. I use the woodland dye. Okay. And what I did was I dyed all with the woodland dye, then I went back and changed the helmet later, which I'll show you. But the woodland dye gives you this lovely vibrant green. Now you could use the duller green here to give him a more time-worn feel if you want to, and this is free, by the way. There are other green options, like you could go with the meadow dye for a little bit more brightness. There are other, like I said, other options, but this Timberland is quite similar to Evergreen. Evergreen's just duller, and the Timberland's a bit too bright for my taste. Doomslayer's not that bright. You could also substitute with Sovereign, but because of this brightness here, I didn't like the Sovereign color. So Woodland is really, to me, the best green for imitating the Doomslayer. And your last color will also be a premium color, Gunmetal dye. Why Gunmetal? Because that helps the armor pieces on the head. If you were to use Obscura, it would be a bit too dull black. And again, if you were to use Midnight, way too dark. Okay, so Gunmetal is really the most, well, the most metal-like color. There are no other options amongst the quest stuff, because even if you were to try and go something similar, I don't think you'd get something very good. Now you could use Eclipse to roughly substitute it, but the slight bluish hue might throw off your Doomslayer look a little bit. So I went with the Gunmetal for the most authentic feeling there. Now apply that and then go to the helmet separately, right? You want to change this to the Alabaster. Now, if you don't have Alabaster, Supernova works as a decent substitute, okay? The difference is minimal. Alabaster just looks that tiny bit better because it looks like a computer screen kind of shining out from behind his helmet there. Okay, but the Supernova works just as well, okay? And the other good part is that if you have Alabaster, right, these parts... Sorry, not these parts. Yeah, sorry, this only affects the helmet, my bad, what am I talking about? These parts are there by nature, so yeah. But I like the metallic feel on these anyway. So, again, Alabaster is your best choice, but if you really don't have it, Supernova works similarly. Okay, so that's the only difference, like very minimal difference. And that's basically how you construct a Doomslayer. Now for your weapon, you just want to choose the most metal skin you have. I like Inferno's Decree because, well, that's as metal as it gets. The others may not look as metal. See, that one's a little bit too anime. So just choose the most metal weapon you can find, and there you go. Right there, you have the Doomslayer. So you can armor him up this way and then go with whatever weapon you want to go with. All right. So yeah, that is basically how we do it.
Now I bet you thought the Macho Man was gonna come back, but no, it is the Macho Nerd who's gonna end this video. Anyway,
thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the Doomslayer. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can drop a tip if you want to support the purchase of the new microphone. Once again, I wasn't going to actually set a new goal so fast, but, you know, my Twitch chat yesterday was beautiful to me. And they were like, you know what, you should set a new goal. So, okay, microphone it is. We'll slowly work toward it. So, yeah, if you guys want to support my content, make sure I, you know, pump it out faster. Drop a tip via the link in the description of the video. Otherwise, enjoy yourself, enjoy slaying, and I'll see you guys on the next video.
oh yeah!